Are you a single man who's sick of his daily routine? Maybe you wake up to eat the same breakfast, take the same commute, and prepare for the same 8 hours at work. Perhaps your job is monotonous, stressful, or unfulfilling. And then after it's over, you don't really do anything with your evenings. By the time you've commuted home and cooked dinner, it's dark outside, cold, wet, and you're already exhausted anyway. So you resign yourself to watching TV, playing video games, or doom scrolling on social media. If you're a self-improvement junkie, perhaps you'll go to the gym or grind on your side hustle. Of course, there's every chance you also engage with coping mechanisms like drinking, gambling, or watching corn. Either way, these are typically very lonely pursuits. The weekend arrives, perhaps there's a special event planned, but oftentimes you decide to have a chill one, which involves more of the same lonesome activities. Once we reach our mid-20s, it becomes more difficult to spend time with friends. They are more likely to be busy with their work, their partner, and oftentimes their kids. And it gets harder as we get older. And it would seem as if men are even less likely to prioritize maintaining their friendships. So it's more likely for men to get stuck in this hamster wheel of loneliness. If you don't do something dramatic to change that and to change your day-to-day existence, it's gonna remain the same. The seasons will come and go. Your life will slowly tick by. Your 30s will arrive, then your 40s, until you look into the mirror and you see an old man staring back at you, wondering how we got here with so little excitement to show for it. When I was 26, I got my first proper corporate job in London, and I had to pack my bags to move to the big city. These mega cities are hotspots for that quiet desperation of men. Yes, there are lots of things to do, but there is also more of a culture of work, work, work. People are less friendly. Things are more expensive. So this could have been a one-way ticket to the male loneliness crisis for me. In actual fact, this was around the time my social life exploded. Joining a football team and a boxing club helped, but the number one decision I made to increase my social life was learning game. Game is the skill of approaching women, charming them, and building romantic relationships. I had just discovered the idea that this was a skill which could be improved with practice. Before that, I assumed attracting women was just for rich, good-looking, or naturally charismatic men. I hadn't had sex since being cheated on by my ex-girlfriend, so I decided to go all in on learning this skill. After work, I'd approach dozens of women and try to make something happen. Not just in London's bars and clubs, but on busy streets around Leicester Square or Piccadilly Circus. I'd write down what went well and how I could improve next time. My YouTube history was filled with videos of dating coaches explaining how to seduce women, and I even paid one to show me how it's done. It turned out that game was like any other skill. If you practice and tweak your strategy, your results improve with time. Nowadays, if I approach 10 women on the street, I'll likely land a date with at least one of them. If I go to a decent nightclub twice a week, packed with nice women, I'll probably be taking at least one of them home. This is in London, by the way, and with women way more beautiful than me. Other cities are easier, but that's a topic for another video. Of course, this was great for my sex life. I built some great relationships with amazing women, but it was also incredible for the overall excitement levels in my day-to-day existence. I woke up knowing that if I went out, I would most likely be able to build a spicy connection with an absolute babe. And I love the alchemy and the spontaneity of that. It made me feel alive. And it was also working wonders for my confidence and self-esteem. Humans are inherently social creatures. I value experiences, memories, and relationships more than money and possessions. When I was pulling women home on a London night bus, I'd often think about my other friends who were stuck in this cycle of work, watch TV, and sleep. The next day, in the office, I would put on my corporate face, chug a bunch of coffees. My work colleagues had no idea of this exciting double life that I was leading. Some guys say that you need to have a lot of money to live an exciting social life, But learning game is not expensive, and dating doesn't need to be either. Some guys tell me that they don't have the time to learn it. If you think that's the case for you, I would urge you to calculate how much time you're wasting scrolling on your phone. Also, all of this time that you're spending at work, at the gym, on your side hustle, how much of that are you doing because you want to build an exciting social or dating life? The best lesson I learned from studying game is that you don't need to be rich or good looking to attract women. You just need to know how to push a woman's emotional buttons to make her feel a certain way about you. Women are led by their emotions. How they feel about you trumps your logical strengths and weaknesses. The male loneliness crisis has garnered mainstream attention, and it's only getting worse. Some 15% of men say they don't have one close friend. Some 45% of men say they have never approached a woman in the real world and asked her out on a date. And millions upon millions of men are now seeking virtual intimate connections through platforms like OnlyFans. Learning game is a great way to avoid this male loneliness crisis, and we at Game Global are here to help you. The first step I want you to take right now is to join our free school group. In there, you're going to find our free class. It's called the Step-by-Step Guide to Game, and that's going to teach you all of the must-know lessons that I have learned personally about approaching women in the real world, charming them, making something happen romantically. All of the questions for beginners in the free course in our free school group. The link's going to be in the pinned comment and the description. Other than that, my name's Joe. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll speak to you real soon.